The darkness continues.
Peace, folk. Welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why your black asses are here. Once again, we're back with another dark exodus. And today, this is going to be a quick one. I'm pretty sure by now everybody knows who this person is on the screen by now. This is Miss Tiffany Cross, the now former anchor for MSNBC. I say former because her ass has been crossed out, because as liberal and left and I don't know, considerate, I should say, of black women's talking points as MSNBC is, they've had enough. Because I always say that whole I'm this strong black broad thing only works in a couple places. Around Negroes and in the hood. And they've gotten tired of her. And they've gotten tired of her because she says things like this.
They felt ignored, but you feel ignored and then you go over to the other side. The oppressed feel oppressed, so then you go and try to align with the oppressor. So I'm not putting black men down, but sometimes it's like, well, some of you Kevin Samuels following Tariq Nasheed quoting people, please look at the truth and see what's happening and get in line with some of the black women. Is majority, like he said, vote Democrat, but that margin of people who can be plucked away from your people and go advance policies that harm your people, I just don't understand that.
Now, listening to that, I'm sure got brothers concerned. And me, I don't usually do the celebrity stuff. Y'all know here at T.P.O.T, we kind of stay away from that. But I'm talking about this because this is a special case. The things she said that day came off as, I don't want to say condescending, but listen to what she said. She said, all of you Kevin Samuels listeners and Tariq Nasheed quoters, get in line with women. Maybe Miss Cross is unaware that if you want to appeal to the brothers, you probably don't want to start off by insulting them. I mean, if you're going to insult brothers, you can't insult brothers and then expect them to go along with you, to acclimate to you, to agree with you. And I think that that's a problem with many inside of black society, because they believe that you make a problem better by making it worse. And if you insult someone enough, you can shame them into bending to your will. These things don't work on black men anymore. They used to 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, but those days are over. It's 2022. Black men think for themselves more so every day. So when you have people like this woman you see on the screen saying these types of things, it doesn't make things better. It makes them worse. And far as black men getting in line with women, nothing could be further from an alternate reality. Because I don't think any black man with a tenth of a brain in his head is going to let women lead him economically, socially, or politically. We've seen this before. We've seen the outcomes of things like this. What she doesn't understand is that that ship has sailed. Not only has it sailed, it has sailed into the middle of the ocean and sunk to the bottom. So when people like Miss Cross say these things, I don't even think they're really talking to black men, because black men don't really hear this kind of stuff. I think she's talking to the women who she think can influence black men. But I want y'all to listen to something before we get out of here, and I will see y'all on the other side.
Here's what Tiffany Cross said that may have led MSNBC to cancel her show. By Mark Joyella. MSNBC has canceled the Cross Connection and cut its ties with host Tiffany Cross, effective immediately. Cross, whose show aired on weekends, had been with the network for 2 years, but in recent weeks had reportedly clashed with management over segments on her show. Ratings performance. The most common cause of death for television shows was not a factor in MSNBC's decision to pull the plug on the Cross Connection, which aired Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. In the first quarter of year, the show reported a 32% increase in viewership among viewers 25 to 54, the key demographic group valued by advertisers. The show was part of a concerted effort by MSNBC to bring diverse voices to its programming, and Cross contributed to several cross-platform NBC initiatives on Black history and heritage. In February, Cross reported on her work to trace her ancestry, highlighting the importance of American history, her personal family experience, and fighting against efforts to forget or rewrite the past. Variety, citing MSNBC sources, reported that Cross' relationship with MSNBC was becoming frayed as executives grew concerned about the anchor's willingness to address statements made by cable news hosts on other networks and indulging in commentary executives felt did not meet the standards of MSNBC or NBC News. The final straw for Cross may have been her comments this week about Florida. Appearing on Comedy Central's Hell of a Week with Charlemagne, Cross was asked which state Democrats could afford to lose in the upcoming midterm elections. Florida literally looks like the D.K. of the country, so let's get rid of Florida, Cross said. Let's castrate Florida. In the same appearance, Cross said that it was impossible to separate the Republican Party from right-wing extremists, saying they had merged right now. MSNBC says a rotating group of hosts will step in on Saturdays until a decision is made on filling the time slot.
So there you have it. This is why she's gone, fellas. The cross has been crossed out. And the crazy thing is, I think the brothers, we saw this coming. But that's all. I want to thank y'all for hanging out, man. As always, you know, I don't take you good folks lightly, man. I never have and I never will. You got my word on that. You could have spent your time anywhere, but you decided to spend it here, and it is appreciated. So with that, I will leave you good folks with 3 words you know, like I always do. Open your mind. Peace, folks. X with another.
The darkness continues.
On T.P.O.T